Okay, so we have our document, which is 4.5 inches tall, 6.5 inches wide. The finalized document only needs to be 4 by 6 inches, and so I'm going to come up here to View and go to Rulers to bring them up so I can pull out some guides. So we really want to set it up to where we have our 1/4 of an inch, maybe. Well, pretty close. Our 1/4 of an inch guide set up here. That was 5, right? Yes. And here and here and here. So this isn't exactly precise because I'm going quick. So when you do it, I want you to make sure that your, where it says Y dot dot, goes from 4.5 inches down to 4.25 precisely. So then you can make sure this is a 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch here, and a 1/4 inch here. So that means that what's within this box is 4 inches by 6 inches. I apologize. So now I'm going to make a new layer so we can keep our background layer just kind of simple and in the back there. And we can talk about setting up our color profile. So for this project, I want y'all to actually do some sketches to come up with what your design is going to look like. 5 minimum sketches is what's required. So let's say I've done my sketches, I've come up with what I want, and I really think that I want a card that's this color in the background. So first I'm going to start with my main base color for my whole design and come up with some ideas for my font. So we're going to lay out, the idea here would be, I should probably change my color so we can actually see what I'm writing. But put greetings from, and then I'll do Abilene separate. Something Abilene's known for, the art center of West Texas. I don't know if that's even true. So we're just gonna say that for now. It works for me. Does it work for y'all?
Yeah. You know what? It doesn't even matter.
It's probably true. I don't know of anyone that has more art than we do here in Abilene for a small town. So I'm going to space my stuff out, make sure that it's kind of lined up how I want it. Come back to my type tool here. I might change this one actually to a different font that's a little more snazzy. Kind of make it fun. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, cool. So we have greetings from, oh here, I actually want this not to be centered. Sorry, I'm being OCD now. These are things that don't matter for the demo.
So it doesn't matter for us.
Well, it does. In yours, I want y'all to design it well. I'm just saying that I'm being obsessive about making it a good design, even though I'm just giving you a demo, so I should stop. So I have self-control sometimes.
Yeah.
I like to keep my text boxes, though, clean, so they're easy to move and whatnot.
What was that?
It was, if I want to move it, it was lining up guides for me.
Where did you?
I deleted it so I can make a separate text box.
Okay.
So I have my Art Center of West Texas. I wanted this one centered, so I'll pull it down here. Okay, so the idea here is greetings from the Art Center of West Texas. I'm going to come over here and actually make a group called text. So I can keep all of these kind of in one location. Maybe, if I can get them to actually do what I'm trying to get them to do. There we go. And so we'll go from here. So, okay, I have to be honest, not a fan of this font. We'll do Archer. Archer's always a good choice. Okay, so we can now come in here and choose a good font for our Abilene. I want it to be all caps. I could even do it in the Archer font that I have here, just make it bold and larger by a lot more than that. Maybe not that large.
No.
I was like,
Not that
That's kind of funny.
Hmm.
My professor would have left it with Abby, I think. He likes the idea of just Abby.
really?
So you can move your type, you can do all sorts of things with it. Mess with the kerning, make it closer together, further away, all of that. I think really. Okay, there we go. For real. Oi. Okay. Ooh! Oh, I'm holding down the wrong button. More caffeine is needed. I'm changing the size of my font. Okay, so something around there. Make sure all of my letters are spaced well. I'm using the kerning. I'm adjusting the kerning by holding down Alt and using my arrow keys to move the letters back and forth. So they have this even spacing between them, so they're not touching. It's important for things like this, I think. So we have our Abilene. I might use the free transform even to take my Abilene here and tilt it. Do all sorts of things. This isn't bold enough, really, for what we're doing. I might actually come in with my type tool and make this smaller even and then add a stroke to it. So space them out further so then I can come in and add, I want to add stroke to it. For the sake of this demo, I really just want to go ahead and here. I'll use block. Something that y'all can see really well. I don't know. Fine, I'll just do this. Okay, sorry. I'm being obsessive again. Stop, Amelia. Okay, I'll stop. I hear the complaints.
I'm not complaining.
So, okay, I'm going to, as an aesthetic choice, have my letters actually cut off. So keep in mind my E would be cut off and my A would be cut off, just to make it to where this works for this. I think that would actually kind of look cool.
Yeah, actually, that's got the comments on
I think for the sake of then, if I'm doing it in this style, I'll actually change this back to Archer. Because I think it goes better with the whole style of it. So, okay, I have the wrong layer selected. My Abilene layer here is now one where I can come in with this, and I'm going to actually make a duplicate of these layers. And I'm going to come, and now that I have a blank layer and my text layer, I am going to flatten them or merge them to each other. So now this is no longer a type layer, but this is a flattened Abilene. So I put flat Abilene, which is actually very ironic because Abilene is rather flat.
Flatten and merge are the same thing.
Yes. They do the same thing in this case, for sure. So I'm going to use my magic wand tool, and I'm going to select my letters. And I'm going to make a clipping mask of them. And so, okay, on this layer, well, I didn't mean to make the clipping mask on that layer. JK, hold on. Let me make a new layer and then make a clipping mask because that makes much more sense. Okay, so if I put things on this layer, say I want a lighter blue, it would only fill in where the clipping mask is.
Wait, why? What's a clipping mask?
It's a mask. So I had that the Abilene selected.
With your magic wand tool.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I came in and put, okay, I had, let's do it again. I had Abilene selected, and then I made a new layer, and I came down here to this little button, which is add a layer mask. I am recording this too, so if I click add layer mask, it will make us a new layer. So you see the layer here, the new layer that I had. Now you see next to it, this is the layer mask. So you see the Abilene on it.
Okay.
So now if I come in with my white and I color the whole, supposedly if I color the whole layer white, well, no, I had pink, sorry. If I color, whatever color I choose, if I color the whole layer that color, then it makes it to where it fills in just that area. So the whole board is this color, but only where that area is. And so that's kind of cool because now we're able to come in with photos. And I think I actually am going to make a layer for each photo. So I'm going to come in here and kind of organize. I have all my text in here. I have my clipped background layer with the Abilene. I have my background layer color. And so I think I'm going to, at this point,